Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan Cast live show. Max, how you doing today, my brother?
It's been an early start for me, Juan. It's been awesome sporting events since 7 a.m. this morning. I don't know. Did you wake up early today?
I woke up semi-early, so once again, welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But I did wake up early. I woke up at probably like 9:20, 9
Early.
o'clock.
Early, guys.
I mean, that's early, bro.
Early, guys.
It's early.
Early.
It's early, dog.
I'm up, one's sleep.
I caught literally when Mbappe made that second goal. Or was it the third goal? Was it 3-3 or 2-2?
It was 3-3.
3-3.
So
yeah, so is his third goal.
So just to give everyone who didn't watch, I know no one's coming here to listen to soccer content, but it was literally Argentina gets off to a 2-0 lead. The first 65 minutes, when they're kicking their ass, they're getting to every ball. It's like they're playing with the fire. And then they get a handball, so they get a penalty kick, and Mbappe makes it. And 45 seconds later, he scores it, ties it. And then Argentina won. It's just like the NFL teams are scrambling. It's like, we just got to get a stop. We just got to scramble like a basketball team. It's like, we just got to get out of this quarter. They get to overtime. They score. Mbappe scores another penalty kick very late. And then it's a shootout. It was just ridiculous. It didn't make sense. It was rigged, according to Juan. It can't be that good.
It was way too good. It was way too good to be that perfect of an ending for a World Cup final. Shout out to Mbappe, bro, and Messi. They came out. They balled out. Hat trick for Mbappe. I think Messi had one goal? Two goals.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. And when it's a penalty kicks, the penalty kicks were crazy. Shout out to the goalies, man. I thought the goalies really showed off some crazy shit at some points. The Argentina goalie was really animated. I thought he was pretty funny. It was great, dude. It was great. People were popping fireworks.
Experience you wanted to see for would you say this is your first real World Cup watching, or you watched other ones, but this one you were really locked in?
I've seen other World Cups. I was talking to my brother today. I think he was saying that the best World Cup he's ever seen was the 1980 or something like that. Some old one where it was an amazing game in the finals. But
I feel like this one's got a case. I don't know what else do you want to see from a soccer match?
It had all the elements. It had
forth. You have two of the best players to ever do it, even though Messi's 35. You have this young buck who's
penalty kicks.
Give me the torch. I mean, I think it was just missing someone throwing a bow, starting to. Do they have fights in soccer?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I just need to throw a road flare onto the field.
Some of the shit in soccer, man, is just so
How many guys did you see react like they stepped on a landmine in World War II and
oh yeah, countless fucking times, countless times. And the penalty kicks, man, I know it's tradition and they're probably never gonna end it because baseball, soccer is just one of these things that is cemented into what they do, for rules and stuff. But
I would love to know what's the biggest thing they added to a soccer the last 20 years.
The 3D
constantly
shit,
changing the rules. Yeah,
the 3D
for the offside shit. They're oh, his thumb was offsides, but we're gonna let it slide.
Bro, his ass, because he had a big ass. That's why he wasn't offside. You've seen a bunch of memes for that.
Some people are double cheeked up, man. What can you say? Get that BBL out.
For real, bro. That was the only reason why my man's was not offside. But yeah, shout out to the World Cup, man. Shout out to Argentina. Messi is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He cemented it. He didn't need this, but my goodness, did it just cement him into no question about it. I think he's better than Cristiano Ronaldo because everyone loves to compare him to Messi. I got Messi fucking 365 all day long, bro. Messi.
I don't want to comment on the GOAT debate, but it's hard to argue with a guy this is. I wonder what this means. I know what it means to soccer players, but I think this is what we talk trying to equivalent. It's not like a championship. It's more, right?
Yeah.
Because it's for your country. It's he's already an icon, but this is now is he amongst the icons of the icons in the world? I mean, he's already iconic.
Yeah.
I would
Most
say most
definitely.
Americans know who Messi is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
100%,
I
bro.
would say that. I mean, he might come to the MLS to just, like, have
Get that
his
bread.
swan song, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's crazy just in the sense of, like, what happened this weekend in sports in general. We have
Oh my
the
god.
biggest NFL comeback of all time. We have the craziest ending that I think this would be the ending. I would say there's no way that someone scripted this bullshit.
Yeah.
And we have a hell of a Sunday night football game.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Monday's going to ruin it with the Packers and the Rams. But
No doubt.
on your turn, where do you want to head to?
I think there's no other place to start, Max, than the greatest comeback in NFL history. Um, Minnesota Vikings, Indianapolis Colts. It was Saturday football. Felt a little different. Um, the Colts were kicking their ass. I want to say they were up 33 points
It's
at one
33-0
point.
at halftime.
33-0 at halftime. Matt Ryan wasn't really doing much. They got out to this huge lead. They had a block punt, I believe. They had a pick six. They had a couple of touchdowns with Deion Jackson. JT got hurt early in this game. But as you can see by the numbers, man, Kirk Cousins 460 for 4 touchdowns through 2 interceptions. Justin Jefferson absolutely went crazy. 12 catches for 123 yards and a touchdown.
This isn't Matt Ryan, right? Like, this isn't just Matt Ryan, right? Like,
No,
I
this
refuse.
is Matt Ryan, bro.
No, no, no. Let's stop. Let's stop.
Oh,
Let's
you're
stop
saying like
being
the whole blame?
the whole game. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, I've seen so many memes where it's like, oh, here's Matt Ryan in the Super Bowl. Last I checked, he wasn't just throwing the team the fucking ball like some people did and say, here you go score. This is a failure from top to bottom. It comes from the defense, it comes from the offense. Hey, you let them score 39 points in a fucking half of football in a little bit of time. That's insane.
Not really though. That lead was early.
What do you mean that? No. Shut. What are you talking about? It was halftime. They scored 39 points in one half of football, and they weren't turning the ball over like crazy.
No,
Matt Ryan
33
didn't throw
point,
a
not
pick.
39. Not
They threw
39,
30. They
33.
scored 36 in regular time. There you go. So this is. I just want to say, I don't think it's fair to just say, "Hey, this game's all on Matt Ryan." You have a
It's
fucking first-time head coach. You shouldn't be a head coach.
yeah.
Jeff Saturday losing on Saturday. What could be more sweet? It was just. What do you
I
say?
would say
It's
I
crazy.
would say this, man. Matt Ryan definitely has a big part of doing this. I thought he like some of the stuff that Matt Ryan has been doing in general this year is just so head scratching. Like you came into this year thinking like, dude, Matt Ryan, like, dude puts up numbers. He's always been underrated in Atlanta. Seems like he still has a little bit at least to push this Colts team to better heights. And that's not the case. Like, I feel like I'm still watching Carson Wentz, just not a mobile fucking type right now in Matt
There's no
Ryan.
arm on him. Like, it's gone. Like, this will be the year for Matt Ryan to hang it up. I mean, there's just no explosiveness to this Colts offense one. It's always just like dink and dunk and come up. And then on defense, I feel like at halftime they came out and they were just so like, this game's over. And I mean, why don't you think that, right? You're up 33-0. You think the game's
Because
over.
even though you say that the defense, obviously the defense gave up a lot. KJ Osborne went off, like Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook had some really big plays. But I felt like the defensive line in particular, like DeForest Buckner, they were
They
still
were
playing
whooping ass.
hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
Stephon
whooping ass.
Gilmore was doing good for the most part on Justin Jefferson throughout the game. But I feel like the inability to get first downs in general with the Colts and just muster up anything like a long drive that ended up in a field goal or something like that.
Yeah.
It was just 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and the
And
defense was exhausted.
yeah, I would say that's a big factor in this loss for sure. But it's not just it was like the O line. Like this is an O line we really like one. We love the fucking Quentin Nelson who's taking a step back. We like Kelly from the Colts. We like Braden Smith. And there's something about this O line that just has not clicked this whole year. They've been a problem. They ran the ball for 170 yards, but they didn't run running the ball in the second half. They weren't passing the ball in the second half. They couldn't do anything. And
Yeah.
then the defense it was like a dam, and it broke. And once it broke, like I don't know how you felt. I was like Minnesota's kind of having their way, and it's like 7-33, and I was like, I feel like this is going to turn into something.
Well, Kirk Cousins started off the game terribly. Like
Yeah,
it was bad for Justin.
he wasn't. And it wasn't just his fault. Like he was getting sacked every time.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook couldn't run the ball for most of the game until the fourth quarter, third quarter.
I mean, really, the whole game, that big play that he had was on the pass.
Yeah, exactly. And this is so this Kirk Cousins can't win in primetime thing. It still exists though, right? After this game, we're
Hey,
the guy
10 a.m. Kirk, maybe 1 p.m. Eastern.
There's only one game on, but it's not a primetime game. There wasn't millions of people watching.
I hope, Mac. I mean, not a lot of people were watching it though. It was Saturday.
Not a lot of people.
It's not Sunday.
I want to look at the fucking viewership of the game.
But I hope Kirk Cousins' playoff game is at 10 a.m. I really do hope so. But all jokes aside, with Kirk Cousins, I came back very impressed with the Vikings. You know, everyone was writing them off in the first half, which everyone should have been. They were getting their ass kicked in this game, and I was already texting Max like, okay, this is a first round exit. This team, they're not like that.
So,
and
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's not the fact that they won. It's the way that they won. And I think a win like this really does galvanize a team to a very big stature. Like it brings them closer together. They're more like, okay, like we can do this. And they've been winning close games all year. I think like what, nine wins this year?
They're like one.
All of them, right? All of them are one possession game. The complete opposite of the Raiders. But
I mean, I definitely feel like you still have to factor in some of the fraud stuff with them because they were getting their asses kicked. And let's be real, this was a bad Colts team. They're not a good football team. There's a lot of pieces to like. We in one kind of talked about how next year I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of bounce back. But it starts with the quarterback. You need to get some stability in there. So it's going to go from it's going to go from Andrew Luck to Jacoby Brissett to Carson Wentz to Matt Ryan.
Don't forget about
Philip Rivers. So
don't forget the other one.
Who? Sam
that
Ehlinger?
Started this year. Sam Ehlinger.
Oh no, I don't care about him. I'm just saying going into week 1, you have 5 different quarterbacks every offseason. It's a new quarterback. That's not a sustainable formula. And Frank Reich got fired. This team's they've been competitive all year. It's not like they've been getting blown out every week, but this is a loss, and it's just gonna, you can't hire Jeff Saturday anymore. There's no hope. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Jeff Saturday should definitely just stay as the intern.
We were talking about you can't fire him because then it's even like a bigger shit show. You just gotta
I think we kind of forget about it though. I think we kind of forget that this team fired their head coach and they threw in the white towel. Like this is expected. And maybe we got spoiled last year with the Raiders when they fired Gruden and they wound up doing good. Even with the Panthers, like they fired Matt Rule and they're kind of better now. Like I think we're kind of spoiled. I think this is what happens to teams when they fire their head coach. They suck. It winds up being a snowball effect. But shout out to the Vikings, man. They get the win. I like them a little bit more coming out of this weekend with that big win. And I do think they still have some problems on the defensive end and definitely got to fix that. But they win close games. And Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, man, that dude's ridiculous. He is absolutely ridiculous. He put Stephon Gilmore on the nastiest skates I've ever seen on that play in the end zone. Like it was nasty.
It's not an average corner. This is an elite guy who's one of the defensive player of the year, one of the best. Saturday's football, it started off really good, and then the middle was not good. And then the last one was good.
Let's talk about that one because I thought this was a fucking fantastic game. Really flies under the radar. Shout out to all Bills Mafia that watches our videos. Bills get the win 32-29, beat the Miami Dolphins, and wind up clinching a playoff spot in the process of beating the Dolphins. Some of the stats for this one: Tua, 234, 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, amazing game, man. 304, 4 touchdowns. Raheem Mostert running the ball really hard in this one, 136 yards on the ground. Dawson Knox, 98
Hell of a
yards,
game.
and yeah, most definitely.
And Josh
Dude.
Allen
Look,
chips an 80 rush yards one, by the way, leading rusher for the Bills.
wow. Yeah. Look, this game was weird. It was supposed to be a snow globe game, as the broadcast kept on
I know,
saying.
right? It was crazy.
And it started at the end. It was
Yeah.
clear skies. It was cold as shit. I love Bills fans. Shout out to the Bills fans, man. Throwing snowballs everywhere in the beginning of the game. They had
Would
to
you
stop
have
the game.
would you have been throwing him one?
Fuck yeah. I would have definitely been throwing snowballs.
Yeah, 15-yard penalty on one, guys. That's fucked up.
Fuck it, bro. I would definitely throw snowballs, man. But I loved it. And look, I never been more impressed with a team this year that coming off a loss. And I do think Josh Allen flexed his muscles this week and kind of said, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, MVP. Let's not forget about me right now. Okay. If I had a little elbow injury, thrown some turnovers, I'm still Josh Allen. I'm still superhuman. And let me go ahead and show you guys. In a blizzard, I'm still gonna wind up doing this. And he basically said, I'm your daddy to the Miami Dolphins. And that's what happened, because I thought the Dolphins played a hell of a game, man. I thought Tua was accurate for the most part. Jalen Waddle had some big plays. Tyreek Hill, like I said, Raheem Mostert, they got the run game going. Their
That was a
defense for
big
the
shock. The run game was out there. I thought Tua played solid one. I don't really have much to say about his performance. There's a few plays I thought like you kind of need to make that. Let me rephrase. It's not that you need to make that, but if you're an elite quarterback, you kind of have to have that type of play. But he played well. I thought Tua played well, but the run game shocked me. And I think Buffalo maybe came out so hard pressed to stop the pass. They were like, oh, please run the ball down our throats. And this could be a really good sign for Miami moving forward if they can get this run game kicking.
Yeah. I think they showed that they can compete with playoff teams. I think that was like kind of like the thing with them. They had an easy part of their schedule. They were whooping ass. They play the Niners, playoff team. They play the Chargers, who's a possible playoff team. They get beat pretty handily. They play the Bills on the road, crazy snow game, crazy cold. They're a Miami team that's not used to that. I thought
what
they
was
played
the
very
weather
well.
when they played in week 2? Was it like 95 in Miami, and now it's like 10 degrees? Like, I don't think there's ever been a bigger discrepancy in like game weather. But one, just Josh Allen's the greatest one-man show in football right now. It's him, it's Stephon Diggs, and it's like, hey, we can't run the ball. We don't have any we don't really have any special running backs. I do like James Cook going forward, but he made one really good catch. And what was that, 2 weeks in a row where Josh Allen was like running out of balance with no time on? And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a disaster. Oh my God, it's going to be a disaster. And he just throws a laser in there to James Cook. And I was like, wow, that's the play only Josh Allen makes, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. That last drive, Max, was a thing of beauty from Josh Allen. And that's why, like, Buffalo is blessed, man. They got a strong arm quarterback in Buffalo, which they need for snowstorms like this. He's the perfect guy for it.
And he just absorbs everything. You hit him, it doesn't matter. It's like, all right.
Yeah. He's over here jumping over people. The Josh Allen things. This is why he's one of the best, dude. And you got to love to see it. And I hope people realize what they're watching when they watch the Bills, man, because when he puts on performances like that, it's special. And the Bills are right on track. The Bills are right on track, man.
I will say this for Miami's defense. They played good. They got some timely turnovers that I kind of thought kept Miami in the game. I was like, oh, the Bills might blow it open. And then Josh Allen fumbled. I think back-to-back possessions, short fields for Miami. So Buffalo still has some things to clean up on, but man, what a good win for them.
Yeah. And like I said, I give a lot of respect to Miami, man.
Yeah.
Miami came out and played. They came out and played, dude.
It's just, it sucks moving forward if you think like, I would not want to, if I'm a Miami fan, I don't want to see Miami go to places that are cold in the playoffs. It's like, we're not used to this. We never deal with this.
Let's go to sunny Florida, man. The Jacksonville Jaguars, 40-34, beating the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to East Coast Gridiron. I know he's a Jaguar fan, saying all of our teams won today. It was a good day. Yes, indeed, ECG. It was a great day today. Shout out to East Coast Gridiron, man. Go check them out on YouTube. But Cowboys, man, they blow this one in overtime. Dak Prescott threw that pick six to lose the game. Trevor Lawrence, 318, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception in this one. Had a really bad fumble at one point. CD Lamb went off 126 yards, and Zay Jones, the hardest working man in football, 3 touchdowns, had a nasty double move in this one. Shout out to Zay Jones, bro. Dak. See, I'm already thinking of Dak, our friend on Xbox. But Max, what did you think about the Cowboys today?
Dude, I was so pissed off I didn't pick Jacksonville because me and you really struggled. We were like, man, Jacksonville's kind of coming up. You know, if you're Dallas, you're thinking, hey, we're coming off would they win last week? Yeah, they escaped the Texans. We're like, oh shit, another AFC South team. Let's just go in there, take care of business. Tyron Smith's back playing right tackle one. I don't know about you. The double elbow things aren't working. You look like Jason Peters does. You're kind of washed a little bit. But can Dak Prescott win a big game one? I don't know. I'm not going to blame the pick on him. I felt Dallas had a lot of chances to kill this team. They threw, like, when Trevor Lawrence fumbled one, you said it earlier, but I don't think you kind of showed how big it was. It was like 2 minutes left in the game. All Dallas had to do was pick up one first down. And it was an amazing play, first of all. He breaks a sack. Michael Parsons is there. And I'm like, just slide, you stupid shit, slide. And he doesn't. J-Ron Curse makes an amazing play, fumble. And Trevor Lawrence shows why he is the number one pick of that draft and why he has a potential to be special. Look, I don't know how much we're going to talk about Justin Fields a little later on, but Fields and Lawrence out of Trey Lance, Mac Jones. Who's the other quarterback? There was 5, right?
Mac Jones, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, and Justin Fields.
Those two have separated themselves. They're like, hey, we're the most special guys in this thing. Zach Wilson, we'll talk about a little later. This is what you want to see, Juan. This is what you want to see. Game on the line, come down, make some big throws. The drive to get them the field goal was impressive as hell. It was impressive as hell against the talented Dallas defense. And if you're a Dallas fan, I'm sure you're going to be jumping off the face of the earth because you're panicked. But you clinched the playoff spot.
We clinched it. Giants win tonight. They clinch it regardless. Kind of a weird feeling when you clinch a playoff spot with a loss. But
are you worried about Dallas after this game?
Yes, I am.
I feel like you have to be a little.
I'm not as worried with Dak. You know, Dak made a bad decision at the end of the game. You know, Rayshawn Jenkins made an incredible play and really got him. But I didn't feel that way. It goes back to the root of the problem from this Cowboys team and why I don't trust them. It's coaching. I don't trust the coaching, whether it's excuse me, I'm forgetting the offensive coordinator. Please help me out.
Kellen Moore?
Kellen Moore, thank you. Whether it's Kellen Moore or Mike McCarthy, I just don't trust those two guys. And the fact that when they got that fumble with Trevor Lawrence, and they're over here, and they're throwing the ball. They're throwing the ball to stop the clock,
and it was like 3rd and 4. Right? Yeah. It wasn't even a big. I was like, you got this fucking good running back. You have 2 good ones, allegedly.
Yeah. It's my bar. And this is why you can't trust them. This is why. It's not with this team. It really is coaching, man. Of course, like Dak Prescott is not a pitch perfect quarterback. He's really not. But Dak is who he is. Dak is not a guy that's going to Josh Allen you to a game-winning drive. Like, he's going to have his moments, but he's human. Like, he's going to make mistakes. And if you don't put him in a great spot, that's what's going to happen.
And Juan, I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was 3rd and 10 when they threw that deep pass to Noah Brown. But make him burn a fucking timeout.
Yeah. You can't do that.
You know how much harder it has to be, Juan? Especially for a young quarterback. And let's be real about Trevor Lawrence. As well as he played, he's still mistake prone. He still makes some head scratching plays. He's a young quarterback. That's what they do. Imagine you have 0 timeouts, 1 completion over the middle. You're like, oh shit, we got to go. We got to accelerate. We got to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
It's just stupidity. It's just dumb coaching. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
In Jacksonville, props to them. What a game.
And everyone
you didn't mention one. I'm sorry. They were up by like 14 fucking points.
17
points. You could have shut the door anytime.
Data Redder. Jacksonville's second time this year that they come back from a 17-point deficit in a game. But look, you said everything that I wanted to say about Trevor Lawrence. Look, this is the guy. He's number one in that draft class. I think now that he's shown it in consecutive games, and you're seeing improvement every single game, and you're seeing the wow throws, you're seeing the holy shit, like this guy is legit. It's a done deal. Like I'm ready to say Trevor Lawrence. I'm not worried about him. The Jacksonville Jaguars have a very bright future next year.
But one,
But
is it Jalen Hurts or is it the team?
what do
Because
you mean?
Micah, shut the fuck
Oh.
up, baby. Stop talking so much smack
That was
when you
part
go
of it
taking
too.
L.
I think that was part of it
They're
too
looking ahead.
with the Eagles and the Cowboys. I think both of those teams kind of looked ahead today.
I agree
They kind of
100%. Even though I like
yeah.
the Eagles quotes, they never played the game. They never played it. But you know what, Micah? I love you as a player. I like you're a beast. But just, win the game this week.
Yeah. East Coast, I know he's a hard critic on Trevor Lawrence. He's been saying it from draft day. Says he needs one more from T-Law, man. He's been
Come
heartbroken
on, man. Why
too
don't you
many
just believe?
times.
You have Blake Bortles. Just believe a little bit. Come on. Yeah, Blake Bortles, and I
I
love
can't
David
blame him.
Garrard. I rode with David Garrard till the very end.
But look, I want to finish this off about the Cowboys, man. Everyone came out of this weekend thinking that when the Vikings were down at halftime, that they were the fraud NFC team. And I feel like the fraud NFC team is the Dallas Cowboys. And yeah, they might get past the second round because they might have to play an NFC South team who is absolutely a disaster right now.
Dude, if
Every single
Dallas
one of
has
those
to play
teams.
Tampa, the fans are gonna be panicked that fucking week so badly.
But I don't trust them. Like, even if they beat the Eagles on Christmas Eve, because I really don't think that game has the same importance as it was a couple of weeks back, because Dallas obviously lost and
Yeah, it's
the
not
Eagles
like
keep on
Dallas
winning.
wins this game, they're winning the division. It's not
Right,
like
right,
that.
right. So I don't think there's so much juice on it, but I'm sorry, I can't see the Cowboys beating the Niners. I can't see them beating the Eagles, and those are the two teams that you're gonna have to get past in the NFC. I don't care who you are. The road goes through those two teams. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
face them.
You say that one,
And
but there's
Dallas,
so much talent on this Dallas team. But at this end of the day, it's like, look who's coaching this talent.
exactly. Yeah. Let's see what East Coast has
see,
to say.
he knows I'm real, bro. Yeah, left which I couldn't stand him either, bro.
He says, I'm ready to make an apology video on T-Law and even buy his jersey if he gives me
How are
3
you?
games in a
You a
row.
real Jaguar fan? You don't buy a number 1 overall. You better have a Tavon Walker jersey too. Get the fuck out of here, East Coast. Come on.
Oh man. All right. Speaking of fandom, man, let me go ahead and fan out. All
Stop,
right.
please,
Las Vegas
please.
Raiders, man, get out with a win today. They're still alive. They're still alive.
Can I do
30
my
to
one
24.
impression? How do these games? It's always the fucking Raiders, man.
It is.
It is. It Loki is always the fucking Raiders.
We're the most
dude.
dramatic team in the freaking league, man. Mac Jones, just terrible, dude. The Patriots offense, besides Ramondre Stevenson, absolutely killing us on the ground today.
Was I
100
mistaken, or did you guys tee off on Mac Jones like every fucking play?
No, we didn't really get to him that much. We hit him a couple times.
I feel like in the second half, I was like, what am I watching? Like, who did these guys turn into? Like, I feel like the fourth quarter, you guys dominated them.
I didn't feel that way, man. Carr 231, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jacobs 22 carries for 93 yards. Look, the stats don't speak to this one. The Raiders gave up another lead. Let's just be real here. The Raiders, nothing changed about the Raiders today. The Raiders look good in spurts again, and they gave up a big lead. That's the end of it. Like, a miracle play happened. It was one of the most outrageous plays I've ever seen. So bad. Like, my brother went to go use the bathroom, Max, with 3 seconds. He was like, oh, all right, it's going to be OT. Like, it's over. Like, we're going to go to OT. I'll be back. I'm literally screaming at the top of my lungs, like, Chandler Jones, run. Like, I was shocked, bro.
Did he just come out like pants at his ankles, like running, like, what the fuck's happening?
No, he was just like, dude, I was trying to stop peeing, but I couldn't. Like,
oh, yeah. You can't stop pissing. You can't stop pissing in this dream. That's gangster stuff right there. So, I'm watching it one. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do lateral thing. And I was like, it would be funny if like the fucking Raiders got this lateral and like ran it back. And that was the worst. And I mean the worst lateral of all time. I think this play rivals the butt fumble in awfulness. Because it was for game. And it's not Mac Jones' fault. Like he's supposed to tackle Chandler Jones like he's like some fucking athlete or something. Chandler Jones just runs him over, and it's just like, dude, there was no Patriots in the frame, dude. Like he was the only one there.
And you giving it to Mac Jones, bro.
Like it's not
Out
on
of
Mac.
all the
Let's be real. It's all on Jacoby Myers. He is once TeaBag of the week. We don't have the fucking teams up yet, but that's the most ridiculous thing in NFL history. I thought I would never see something like this because you
former
always joke
Bill
like, I wonder what happens
Belichick.
like if they did the fumble thing.
Yeah. Dude, that's just what does Bill Belichick preach every day? It's situational
Oh my
football.
god, I would, dude. Jacoby Myers is a great Patriot because like you've never heard anything but positive things. But
Right.
like, I would not be shocked if he got cut. Like, I would be a little shocked. But like, if this was like, let's just say this was like Nelson Aguilar, fucking cut. He would
Yeah.
be cut out the door by the time he got in the locker room. And one, I want to say this to all Patriot fans, Isaiah. What's up? Still love you, dog. Take your fucking lumps because for 20 years you've been nothing but excellent. Take your fucking lumps.
No. And the Raiders got a couple of breaks today, man. They had the miraculous play happen and the Keelan Cole
Yeah, that was
touchdown that
ridiculous.
got
That
called.
wasn't a touchdown. He stepped out. But yeah.
It was so close. And I was literally screaming at the TV, Max. Carr, they're spitting in your face. Everything's gonna be blamed on you. You have to play for your Raider freaking life right here. And he just does it. I don't know, man. It's so frustrating. This dude will play like absolute garbage sometimes, and then he just pulls it out of his ass with games like this.
Do we want to have a Mac Jones discussion real quick? Do you want to have a little mini
Yeah, we
Mac
can
and
do it.
cheese?
ECG said it's Zappy season. I do feel like that. I feel like Zappy was the better quarterback this year when he was playing, and I give Mac Jones a little bit of a pass right here, Max. For one thing, Matt Patricia, it is back.
Yeah,
It's back.
I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, so there's a guy who's never been on the offensive side of the ball, unless I'm mistaken, which I don't think I am. And it's one. First of all, what weapon of theirs scares you? Please, one, tell me. Were you like, oh shit, that Devontae Parker, oh that Nelson Aguilar, oh that Jacoby Myers, oh my god, Hunter Henry? No,
No,
Johnny Smith, scary. Mondre Stevenson, a little bit, exactly, a little bit.
a little bit.
There's a lack of playmakers on this team. The pass protection is not great, and the way they call their offense, I'm not blown away. It's not like it's Josh McDaniels who's making a masterful game plan. This is Matt Patricia. So I'm not ready to say Mac Jones is a bust, but has he had a sophomore slump? Yeah, and he was banged up early. I still see high level throws from him. One, I see some throws. I'm like, that's a good throw, but it doesn't seem like he's ever throwing to someone who has separation, and he's being coached by Matt Patricia. I want to hammer that point home.
It's tough, dude. Like I'm not ready to throw in the towel by Mac Jones. I've really seen some good things from Mac Jones. Even this year, he's had some like decent
Vikings game was
games.
good.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think Matt Patricia has a big like thing to do with it. And Patriots, man, like Max said, you guys owed us. You guys owed us for the tuck rule. We got to get one on y'all. F you guys. You guys deserve it.
I think that's worse. I don't know what's worse. And by the way, one, fucking put that coming up. You should have been watching the show a little earlier because we're not talking about that yet. Y'all team ain't that bad yet. But yeah, you're going one and done in the playoffs. Don't worry.
Yeah, Dad. We talked about Cowboys. Just rewind a little bit. But you're welcome, Dak, to the chat. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go Jets, man. Let's stay in that draft class with the quarterbacks. Lions, man. The mighty Lions, 20-17. Lions get the dub in New York against the Jets. Some of the stats. Goff, man, 252, a touchdown, Zach Wilson, 317 for 2 touchdowns, an interception. St. Brown doing his thing. Garrett Wilson, man, who is quietly
Fucking
going to win
shutting
the
me and Max, me and Juan up
for
quietly.
rookie of the year. He's passed up Chris Olave at this point. So shout
Absolutely.
out to Garrett Wilson, man.
Absolutely.
But look, I'm gonna start it off, Max. I text you. I said, "How bad is Zach Wilson looking right now?" And I do think he started off this game so bad. But you got to give him some credit. He wound up making a couple of throws in this one, really big plays,
The arm
and
talent was on display. He's
yeah,
got so much arm talent. It's crazy. And then one, he made an awful interception where he was just like, I'm just going to flick it. And I'm like, dude, are you fucking dumb?
yeah.
The safety's like, dude, I'm just going to jump.
Shout out, Max. Shout out to my boy Mark Brunell, the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. How great was that
Wait,
play
are you
design?
serious? I thought it was
Yeah,
Deuce
Mark Brunell,
Staley. Oh, no, he's the
running back coach.
running back coach / offensive assistant. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot he
yeah.
was that.
Mark Brunell, former quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Shout out to ECG. That's the real Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback that actually won for them. But great play design to get that tight end wide open on 4th and inches. 2 weeks in a row, they dial up something crazy like that. Last week it was Penei Sewell. This week it was a no-name tight end. Uh, you gotta love what the Lions are doing, man. They have a recipe and they know who they are. And
Brock
that's a
Wright,
dangerous team.
1 catch, 51 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know
He was
what?
wide open, bro. Wide
I
open.
really have to say one. I want to just like so Zach Wilson, man. Can you throw the stats up there real quick?
Yeah, I
He went
got you.
18 for 35, 317, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I feel like if Mike White had this game, they'd be fucking slobbering about how good he is because that's just the narrative where he's just like supposed to be shit, but he's good. I
Yeah.
mean, that's not horrible. Like I know the interception was bad, but he's completing like big chunks of passes, 18 passes for 300 yards. That's a big chunk. Like he's taking chunks out. Now,
Yeah.
granted, he's still in accuracy at times, but I mean, I feel like you have to move forward with Zach Wilson. Like, I know Mike White did some good stuff, but this is the 2nd overall pick in the draft. This is someone me and Juan thought was really special. And just to punt on him because one, he needed to be humbled. There's no doubt. One, you can't play like he did and come in and be like, "Oh, I'm not the fucking problem. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
I'm Zach Wilson. I'm the MILFinator, whatever the fuck they call him." But
I give him credit for this aspect,
like he
Max,
had a decent
because
game. Like he wasn't his dog shit. The first quarter was bad. I
yeah.
agree.
But
But
you know what? You got to have some balls for coming out there and playing like that. This team was sold on Mike White.
oh my god,
Everyone was
absolutely.
done with him. Done. And this is a guy that still has a C on his chest. And he came out there and he played.
Is he really? They
Yeah,
should have
he's a
snatched
captain
that
still.
shit.
He's still a captain. But you got to give him some credit, man. And I think this game came down to that big play, obviously, with the tight end, but the time management with the Jets. It was
They have
awful.
3 timeouts and they're like, "Fuck it,
Awful.
we'll just keep it." I'm like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah, I don't know what Saleh was doing and their offensive staff on that drive, but it was terrible, dude. It was terrible. ECG over here showing me up, man. I'm sorry. I thought Mark Brunell was the offensive coordinator.
I
He's
knew
the
he was
QB
wrong,
coach.
guys, and I'm just too nice to say it. This
Hey,
fucking
man, I love
weasel.
myself some Mark Brunell, man. Mark Brunell's a
Wasn't he
legend.
the guy was he the guy who headbutted? Oh, that's Gus Farrat. That's Gus Farrat,
Yeah, that's
sorry.
for rock. But shout out to the Lions, man. They get another dub. And we'll see what the Jets go from here, man. They got a tough schedule going ahead of them. They get knocked out of that playoff race. I think they're officially on the outside looking in. I think it's the
I'm
Chargers
gonna pull up the,
and
playoff picture if you don't mind really quick because I think that would be
yeah,
so right now it's Baltimore, J the Chargers 8-6, Miami 8-6,
yeah.
New England and the Jets are 7-7. The Jacksonville 6-8. Watch out, Tennessee. They are hot on their ass. Do they play again?
I think so.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Yeah, they played the Titans the last week of the year. That might be a really interesting game one. And then on
Yeah.
the NFC side of things, which I'm gonna tell you right now, Washington, because that stupid fucking tie is still in there, and Detroit is hot on their ass. And maybe this is a good segue. I want to talk about Washington and New York because me and you both picked the Giants to lose this game. And we're like, the Giants
Yeah.
are just going to crumble down. But boy, they did not crumble. They showed up. This was a gutsy win.
Yeah, it was. And the Giants, for the first time in a very long time, they're going to have a winning season regardless. They have 8 wins.
It's bullshit. A tie's a loss. Fuck them.
Daniel Jones did his Daniel Jones thing, 160 yards only. Taylor Heineke, 249 for a touchdown. Saquon, touchdown, 87 yards, couple of receiving. And Jahan Dotson had the lone touchdown in this one for Washington. This game came down to 4th and goal on a no call to, I think, Curtis Samuel.
Absolutely was a penalty. I think we can agree.
Yeah, absolutely. It should have been called, but
it's the last minute, so there's no rules.
That Max, and like the officiating is terrible. Like it's like the Raiders, dude. Last week it's a horrible officiated game towards them. This week they get a break. Like the NFL is so inconsistent. These refs, they need to make them full time. I think that's the next step going forward.
The $10 billion a year.
Yeah, exactly. Do these guys a favor, have them full time, work year round, practice, get better at your craft. These guys shouldn't be lawyers or whatever. Make them be full time refs, and
they can't pay them like $200,000 a year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm just saying, like, I agree with you 100%, and it's, I don't know. I always talk about it. For me, one is it's consistency. If we're gonna call it like this, and I get a little earlier, be tight, and you can loosen up a little. But let's just say you're calling it like a 60% tight game, and then the fourth quarter, you're like, let's make it a 50% or 45. They go from 90 to 0, and they're like, all right, fuck it. It's because why? Because they don't want to get the blame. They don't want to be blamed.
Yeah, exactly. And shout out to Kayvon Thibodeau, man, showing why he's special the last couple of weeks. Had a nasty strip sack to go into the end zone for a touchdown.
Picked it up.
Yeah, it's shout out to Kayvon, man. This is this type of stuff that I was looking up on film when watching him, and he's special, dude. He can bend the edge. He has some power, and I love to see him balling out for the Giants, man. And I do think he was a big difference maker for them tonight.
How many sacks does he have on the year, if you were going to guess right now?
Probably has like 5, 6.
3. It seems like he's always around the quarterback, though. It seems like he's a pressure machine, and he had 12 tackles today. He played his ass off, man. Top.
He struggled early. He was quiet early, and he was hurt. He was hurt early.
Yeah. Oh, in the year. Yeah. I know what you mean.
But let's go ahead and move on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's only fitting. Shout out to my uncle, man. He's in here. He said, "What's going on, fellas? Hell of a game, man. Kind of like the throwback. So if we can ask Chandler Jones, what moment was greater, winning a Super Bowl with the GOAT or beating the Patriots today?" But shout out to my uncle, man. Make sure you hit that like button, bro. And everyone else in here. We got 5 people in here.
Call his ass out, Juan. Call his ass out.
Yeah. Hey, Unc, man. The GOAT didn't look too good today. 17 points up. Lose this game.
Washed. If we was in prison, he'd be washing my fucking boxers right now. This fucking bum.
Loses this game to the Cincinnati Bengals 34-23. You wouldn't even think the Bucs were up in this one, but they were.
No, they were kicking ass and taking names early.
Burrow, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns, an interception. Brady, a couple bad fumbles in this one, 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 312. Jamar Chase had himself a little good second half, 60 yards, touchdown, and Godwin got in the end zone also. Look, dude, let's just be real. The Bengals came out flat, and the Bucs didn't even capitalize as well as they should have. It was still ugly. It was still not as good as it should have been. And they're a bad team. The Bucs they've been a bad team for.
He blew a 17-point lead today. They're bad.
Yeah,
officially.
They're bad. They're a bad team. And I don't think the blame should all go on like one guy, but Brady is definitely hurting him. Brady is definitely hurting him. He's fumbling the ball. He cannot move in the pocket, and he just doesn't fit well with whatever they're doing. Like,
no, it's because the fucking goddamn talent is shitty around him, and now they're seeing what he really is. What I've told you from as soon as he got to Tampa, this guy needs a special fucking team to compete. If he's on the Niners, I bet he'd be killing it. But when it's not perfect around Tom Brady, you're not going to get perfection like everyone's so used to seeing one. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just pissed off because if this was Peyton Manning, they'd be fucking throwing him in the fucking ground like that last year in Denver. This is bullshit. He's not as washed as Peyton, but he's fucking washed.
And guess what? He might ride out in the sunset like Peyton, man, because they're still winning their division.
Yeah. Fucking guys. What are they, 6-8? What are they, Bucks record? Let's see. These fucking 6-8. What's the schedule look like for the Bucks? They got to play one of these 5-9 teams. Does everyone have a chance to win the fucking division?
Yeah. Yes.
Come on. Apologize for the NFC Lee shit last year, bro. It wasn't this bad.
Yeah, it wasn't this bad. It's pretty bad this year for the South.
Hold on, let's see the schedule for the Bucks real quick. Play the Cardinals. Fucking what a game. What a game to have. Panthers, they play the Panthers then, and then the Falcons. Tough games.
Yeah. Right.
Bullshit. They got to play Sunday Night Football on Christmas. Is Tom Brady versus Colt McCoy. Jeez.
It might be McSorley.
Oh, my God. I thought Russell Wilson was out there for a few plays, and I remember he got hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we're talking about that game, guys, in case you were wondering.
But the Bengals, man. Look, like I said, they came out flat today, but Joe Burrow is definitely in the conversation of like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, dude. He goes out there, he stays even keel, and I feel like he just gets hot. I feel like in the second half,
it's like a shooter.
It's just like let him make a couple threes or fuck
you just
that.
need to see the ball go into the basket.
See the ball go in the hoop,
and then it's just like,
okay, let me get a rhythm. I'm gonna get going. Boom, I'm on fire. Like that's how I feel with Joe Burrow. It's amazing to watch. It's a shame because a lot of people throw him under the table because he's not a physical specimen like a Justin Herbert, 6'4", big arm, or Josh Allen, run over people and running over linebackers and all that.
He does something better than those guys. He moves in the pocket like he's a 20-year vet.
Yeah.
And he, you know what? He's a better athlete than I think we all give him credit for.
Yeah, most definitely.
And he has no fear. He don't give a fuck.
And look, the AFC, I feel like the Bengals are just the monkey wrench.
I don't think that's if I'm a team one, if I'm the Chiefs, I don't want to play those fuckers.
You do not want to. If you're in the Chiefs, man, you definitely don't want to play this Bengals.
Can we go to the Chiefs game real quick? Because I want to bring up an old conversation we said. Just throw up this the Chiefs. Oh my God, 2 weeks in a row with the fucking Texans scaring us to death.
Right.
But go to the stats, please. One. Patrick Mahomes is 36 for 41 for 336 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, okay, so this is what I want to talk to you about. Guys, we used to play Madden leagues. We play franchises, and our goal was to make it how as realistic as possible.
Yeah, and difficult.
And difficult for us. And we would talk about Mess is bullshit. The quarterback's 22 of 23. Like, that shit doesn't happen.
Yeah.
36 for 41 is the most fucking remark. He had 5 incomplete passes.
19 in a row at one point, I think, in this game.
Yeah, that's incredible, man. I just wanted to point out that is incredible. And, like, that is a performance. I know it's the Texans. I know it's Patrick Mahomes, but, like, 36 for 41 on anybody in the NFL is unbelievable. That's all I wanted to point out.
And, you know, this is why I throw in Burrow with that tier, man.
He belongs there.
Yeah, I do think it's Burrow, Allen, and Mahomes. Like, I do think.
Sorry.
Herbert did show it today. That was a hell of a drive at the end. But I feel like these 3 guys have proven in big playoff games and in big spots for the most part that they can just, no matter what happens, their team comes out flat. Their team is just not on it today. You're losing to the Houston Texans. They came out Little Giant style, all the heart in the world.
They just keep getting their heart broken too. Damn. They got destroyed. Dallas got their ass.
But Mahomes comes out there and he's just like, it's all right. I'll get us back on track. I got us. Get on my back. I got us. And it's incredible to watch, bro. Like the Houston Texans didn't do themselves any favors. I do think I was a killer, similar to Trevor Lawrence with the fumble. I forgot who fumbled for the Texans, but it was pretty bad in
Well,
OT.
was it David? I think it was Davis Mills, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Or Jeff Driscoll.
You know,
They're
I just
running all
thought of
kinds
this,
of different shit.
and we should have talked about it. One with you. Remember when you said the referee thing was like the refs are fucking trash?
Yeah.
Do you remember the Minnesota game when Minnesota picked up the ball and ran for a touchdown
Oh,
and they blew the play dead after
twice.
they fucking threw? Yeah. I feel like the refs are doing this thing now where it's like, we'll just let it play on, and then before it can really ruin the game too bad. The refs are like, oh, they still got the ball. What are you
Yeah.
complaining about? Get the ball.
Unless it's Marshawn Lynch and the whistle just never stops. When the ball carrier is getting pushed. But that's besides the point. But yeah, 100%.
No, I'm sorry, that was off topic. I was just like that. We had to talk about that play because it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The Chiefs, they're gonna be a problem, but like I said, the Bengals have the Chiefs number
Are the
at
Bengals in
tonight.
contention for the 1 seed right now?
I think so. I would think so.
I'm
Because they
gonna
beat
I'm gonna get the standings up real quick again.
I think they have what, 4 losses?
They're 10-4. So
That's gonna be tough. But they got the tiebreaker against the Chiefs.
yeah, and the Chiefs
And they play the Bills.
Okay, so do they really? When do they play?
Yeah, the Bills and Bengals play. I want to
So
say they play next week or in 2 weeks.
2 weeks, correct.
Yeah.
So this is what I would say for the Chiefs. They're going to be on the outside looking in more than likely. The Chiefs have to have a lot of stuff happen to get the 1 seed because the Bills have it and the Bengals have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs. Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for the Chiefs to get that 1 seed. Wow.
Yeah, we'll see. But I don't think home field advantage really matters for the Chiefs as much.
No.
They've proven they can go on the road and beat someone.
Yeah, unless it's the Bengals. It doesn't matter if it's at home there too, though. It don't matter.
100%. Let's stay in the AFC, man. Big playoff implications with this one. This was a ugly game, man. 14-17. Mike Vrabel made a muck of this one in Vrabel style.
He must have been like, we're going to win this game for sure.
Tannehill, dude, 165, an interception. Came out of this game. Malik Willis made a showing in this one for a little bit.
Yeah, carted off Tannehill and then came right back.
Yeah, and he came right back. But Herbert, 313, 2 interceptions. I don't think the numbers do him justice. I do think he made some incredible throws today. And one of those interceptions was one of the craziest interceptions we will see in the NFL for a very long time, playing tip ball drill in the end zone. But look, you got to commend the Chargers, man. Everyone thought that they were kind of done after they lost to the weak ass Raiders.
Not
at the time,
guys. Not everyone.
Oh, shut up, Charger
not
boy.
This fan. Not this guy who's picked them 32 consecutive weeks.
For real. But look, they're starting to win some games. They're starting to win some games. They beat a very muck up Titan team. And whether people want to admit it or not, the Titans are just always a hard out, dude, regardless.
Yeah.
And I always got to give a team credit when you beat the Titans. That's just me. And I'm still worried about Brandon Staley. Still worried about Austin Eckler.
Stuff. They did. They got a delayed game right after the Mike Williams thing. They have no time outs. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I think they got I don't even want to say it. Never mind. I don't want to talk about their kicker. I think they might have fixed that one thing.
Maybe there's a chance. He's been doing good. But look, Chargers got a favorable schedule going forward. I do think if they can handle some business and Brandon Staley stays out of the mix, they got a shot. They got a shot, man.
Broncos. This is fireable. Let's put it like this: if you don't go 3-0 or 2-1, you're getting fired in my book. And you know how much have I defended Brandon Staley won in this podcast and the show? A lot of times.
A lot.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of business.
Got to take care of business, man. Let's do some quick ones, man, that are just done and over. Didn't really have any meaning. Broncos, dude, 24-15. Terrible game, dude.
Game. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Only that. How Brett Ripken scoring more points than Russell
I don't
Wilson
think this
throughout
game
the
would have
whole
looked any
season.
differently if Russ played. Just in case
Shout out
you're
to Latavius Murray, man, 130 yards and a touchdown. Big day for him, man. Shout out to A-Train. But Broncos get the win. Cardinals are a mess. McSorley was in there at one point. They're bad, dude.
Cliff's gone, right?
Is he?
Do you think he'll go? No, I'm saying, do you think he's gone? Like,
No, I don't think he's gone.
think
I
Tyler
don't think
played
so.
COD during the game?
Yeah, probably. Most likely.
It's like 10th prestige already.
Right. Another team that keeps on giving us high hopes but lets us down. Carolina Panthers, man. I believe we both picked the Panthers, right?
I think we both had. I think we're 0 and whatever when we both think the Panthers are gonna win.
We gotta stop picking them. Panther fans probably hate us. 16-24. Steelers get the win, man. Look, this Panthers team, they could not run the ball today. And
they couldn't pass protect either.
Yeah, it was a problem, dude. Look, the Steelers have these games. They do. They're a Mike Tomlin coach team. Najee Harris kind of getting a little bit of, run game going. And their defense, dude. I want to shout out somebody that I'm thinking about. I think we should make a video on him because he is super underrated.
I guess who is?
Highsmith.
Oh, I knew it. Dude, where do they find these guys?
Dude, exactly. He's a fucking problem.
That guy would be a star player on the Raiders pass rush unit.
100%.
No offense.
Better than Chandler. Shout out to Chandler, though.
Shut up. Chandler earned that contract.
Jones earned his paycheck for the rest of the year. Donezo. Done.
Do you know how much money that video is going to make the Raiders in like the years to come? I would have had Max sign that ball after if we fucking did that, by the way. I would have been petty as hell.
Let's go over to another coach that I think should be fired. Dennis Allen, man. 21-18. I know they won. I still think he should get fired.
Arthur Brown.
Yeah, and then Arthur Brown. They lose today. Desmond Ritter's coming out party did not come out. My boy was not that good. 13 of 26, 97 yards.
It was bad. It was taking dumb sacks. It was throwing dumb balls. No, I just want to confirm. You don't think Arthur Brown should be fired, though, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think they're playing pretty good, all things considered. They're going to win the division, maybe. They got a chance.
Maybe. They got a shot. So do the Saints. But
so the Panthers.
I wanted to say this last week, but I think the Saints were on a bye. I do think Dennis Allen deserves to be fired. I know they won today. Taysom Hill bailed them out. Taysom Hill had a big bomb down the field. I think that was the major difference in the game.
Tim Tebow rolling in his fucking grave watching Taysom Hill.
But yeah, man, look, these teams both still got chances, but don't like either one of them. Don't like Andy Dalton. Desmond Ridder, let's just not close the book on him. First start against a Saints team on defense that is all right. Like Alontae Taylor played a hell of a game today.
Yeah.
I thought the rookie.
Yeah, but definitely. Ritter's not ready.
No,
not ready though.
I'm excited to see him next year though, because he definitely should start. Okay, Philadelphia Eagles struggled today a little bit. 25-20 to the Chicago Bears. Jalen Hurts, man, 315, had two interceptions in this one. One of them wasn't his fault, but
it was a miscommunication. And one was just a bad throw, bad ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Text me. Tell me what you texted me real quick. What did you text me during the game?
I forgot what I texted. What did I text?
It was about Justin Fields.
Oh my God. Yeah, Justin Fields.
Say what you said though.
He's the what? He's
an
athletic
asshole.
Quarterback. Oh yeah.
He just sucks, bro. He just sucks. He sucks.
I would hate playing him. Dude. Because he is ridiculous.
Oh my God, Hassan Riddick had him. Hassan Riddick. Oh my God. Speaking of Raiders, there's a turnstile on the Bears named Alex Leatherwood that can't block a fucking lick. Like I'm not exaggerating, guys. Hassan Riddick had him 4 straight times, and then the one time he didn't, he ran for like a 60-yard touchdown almost. Justin Fields, he got hurt late in the game. Just please don't get hurt. Just stay healthy. Let this shit get better around you, because that's what's holding him back. There's horrible O-line play. They get bailed out because of Justin Fields one.
No, they do. And the Eagles, on the other hand, dude, you guys just keep on winning.
We're the king of the of the
QB
quarterback
sneak.
draw, and that too. But we're the king of the quarterback draw until like 50 yards of open space.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen that happen to a team where, and you know I'm right, because it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Look, you guys are good, dude. You guys are good. I'm loving Jalen Hurts. He's on my fantasy team. Shout out to me
Shout out
and
to
you,
that
bro.
bullshit.
You're not gonna have to do the one chip challenge.
Don't
You
worry,
have
guys.
lost.
I wasn't.
You have lost, but
What do you
you're
mean
not
lost?
last place. You're
Oh,
not
so
last
no.
place.
Okay, so I'm
But
good.
you didn't make the playoffs. You
I
didn't
don't.
make
Oh, I'm so fucking scared. Whatever.
I made the playoffs.
You're
I won
welcome.
my playoff game. Shout out to your boy. Gives your boy some love
I prayed for you,
due to
dog.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Low key, Juan's the reason he got. I'm the reason Juan got Jalen Hurts because he used me as in a lie. But we'll save that story for another day.
Oh man! Shout out to Chris though. One and done. You know who you are.
Oh jeez.
But
Wow.
look, the Eagles are for real, dude. I'm excited to see the Christmas Eve game against the Dallas Cowboys. See how much juice they come out with and really make a statement again against the Dallas Cowboys. But they're a machine. They're a machine. They can win multiple ways. They overcame turnovers today. And I know the Chicago Bears don't seem like a really good team, but dealing with Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears is a freaking headache, man. And I give the Eagles props to getting it done today. And the freezing cold, because it was cold as shit.
There's some pieces on the Bears moving forward that you should like be excited for. Like, I think Jalen
Gordon.
Johnson had a hell of a game today. I know AJ Brown caught a couple deep passes, but he was left on an island all day and he competed and he was kind of beating him.
Yeah. Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker.
Yeah, Brisker. I love Brisker, man.
Yeah. Gordon had a pick today. He was one of the guys who had a pick. But yeah, shout out to the Chicago Bears, bro. Keep on pushing forward. And Fields is the future. All right, last game. We'll do it quick. Baltimore Ravens lose. They finally lose a game that I felt like
They should
they've
have
been deserving
lost.
a loss for like the last like 3 weeks, I felt like. But Sean Watson gets a win at home. 161 yards, a touchdown. Huntley had 138, one interception. J.K. Dobbins had a good day on the ground. Nick Chubb, 99 yards. Look, man, this was a boring ass game. And for the first time in a long time, Justin Tucker was the reason why the Ravens lost. And he was missing some field goals that he never misses. He had a field goal blocked, I believe. And I do think it was the difference in the game. It stopped their momentum because there were hard drives, man. Like
I was gonna say,
every
I felt like
single
they
yard
moved the
was
ball
earned.
a good amount. You know what I mean? I felt like Baltimore kind of moved the ball, and it was like they can't get points out of this.
Yeah. It seemed like everything from the 20 to the 45 was money. And once they reached that 45-yard line, it was harder than shit, dude.
Justin
That's the way
Tucker,
the
1 for
Ravens.
3, 1.
Yeah, that just doesn't
It
happen.
was a
That's
tough
just
kicking day, though. It wasn't like it was perfect weather.
Oh yeah, it was snowing. It was snowing a little bit. So, but look, that just doesn't happen to Justin Tucker, whether the weather or whatever is going on. Justin Tucker is the best kicker in NFL history. I don't care what anyone
It's
says.
a little unfair the standard we hold him to, though. It's like, this is
Yeah,
how dare
but
you miss 2 field
you
goals?
just don't expect them to have
Oh, no,
days
yeah, I
like that.
agree with you. I mean, we're at
Yeah.
the point where he misses a 68-yard field goal. We're like, wow, you missed that, dude?
Wow.
You serious?
Yeah.
Come on.
But Ravens dropped down a little bit, and they're gonna get back Lamar probably most likely. I think he'll probably play this week. But they put themselves in a little bit of a hole, man. The Bengals are on fire. They're probably not gonna win the division, and they're gonna have to be fighting for a wild card at this point.
Well, the good thing is they I think have 1 game lead over the next wild card team, so they should have it, but they got to play the Bengals. Be a tough game.
Look up their schedule real quick,
Got
Max,
you.
and then we'll let the audience go. I want to know their schedule because if they have a tough schedule going forward, it's gonna be
Falcons,
rough.
Steelers, Bengals.
Oh man,
I think they have favorable matchups to make. They have they don't the road isn't impossible. I would bet if Lamar's back and healthy, they should win those 2 games, and then the Bengals game might not matter for them.
Yeah, they need to win at least one of those games. They can't go 0-3. So
Yeah, well, I mean, if they go 2-0 in the next 2 games, they have a chance to win the division. Doesn't matter what Cincinnati does.
yeah, Cincinnati starting off slow really killed them. That's why it's good to start off good in September because you get breaks like the Baltimore Ravens, dude. It gives you a little bit of leeway. That's gonna do it for the recaps. Let's go ahead and do our last thing. You know how it is. TeaBag team of the week.
We
Uh
had some easy picks this week, guys.
yeah. Me and Max were on board for the Colts, but after I seen what Jacoby Myers did, I had to give it to the Patriots, man. That was
That was a teabag
unbelievable.
play of the fucking decade.
If you would have told me that, if you would have said, "Hey, the Patriots are gonna lose the game today, and it's gonna be off of like the most undisciplined like way you fucking know," I'd be like,
You wouldn't have guessed it. You still wouldn't have
"Yeah,
guessed it.
yeah." I was like, "You're on drugs." Like that will never happen. That's what I'll say. That would never happen. And better yet, it will never happen to a Bill Belichick team. Lord and
Bill
behold, it
Belichick rolling
happened.
in his grave watching these Patriots besmirch his good name.
My man Jacoby Myers is gonna be making double doubles at McDonald's pretty soon, my boy. Like he
Double
might get
doubles at
cut.
In-N-Out, buddy. Come on. Get the lingo right. And for the Colts, you blow a 33-0 lead. You should teabag.
Hey man, Jeff Saturday ain't built for Saturdays. That's what it is.
So one Lakers corner really quick. AD's going to be out an extended period of time.
Let's go.
Who knew? Who could have foresaw this turn, guys? Hey, they beat the Wizards tonight. Let's just try to maybe stay afloat. Trade Russ.
Off the most like Laker type play, I feel like.
What's new? Mr. Glass. He's glass. He's glass. He's
It's
awesome.
all right. We got Thomas Bryant.
All we need.
Next AD, big games back to back. So shout out to the Lakers, man.
Jeez.
Darvin Ham giving out game balls to Thomas Bryant.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he gave out the game ball to Thomas
The
Bryant.
fuck they even give out game balls in basketball?
Hey, come on, man. He was scoring on the two-time MVP. All right. That's all I know.
He's known for being a defensive player. Last I checked.
Well, was hustling down that court, my boy.
One, do you want me to save the gifts till Wednesday? I can show one a little spoiler gift.
Nah, I'll say it until Wednesday.
Come on, you're feeling good. The Raiders one. It might be a Raider themed gift.
All right, fine. Go
No,
ahead.
wait. I don't want to do it now.
Look at you. How you
I'm just fucking with
you? You Carolina Panther me, bro. You're making me believe.
I'm teasing.
You're teasing me, man. That's gonna do it for the show, though, guys. 5 people in here right now, man. I better see 5 likes on the video.
Minimum.
Least, okay.
Or
minimum,
else.
all right.
Or else we'll keep making fucking content.
An amazing weekend for sports, man. World Cup, great NFL weekend, dude.
It's crazy. The World Cup didn't make one's like #1 sporting event because the fucking guy threw the ball to Chandler Jones. Like, I feel like if it was a normal Raider win, you would have been like, yeah, World Cup was #1 thing. But this was like unbelievable. Never gonna happen.
I think just off of the Colts game, it was unbelievable. Like that's how it started off for the weekend. Yeah, it was a great start, man. Great weekend. Like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button. We'll be back Wednesday night, most likely. We'll see if we do it at 9 p.m. or a little bit earlier. We'll see, man. We'll get the week started for you guys on Wednesday, and then we'll see what happens on Christmas for the Sunday recap. If anything, man, we might do Monday morning. Me and Max both are off those days. So maybe we'll do a little Monday mid-morning podcast live. We'll see how it goes. But you guys enjoy the weekend. Enjoy Monday. Enjoy Victory Monday if your team won. Max, do you have any last words?
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. See you guys on Wednesday.
See you guys on Wednesday, bro. Peace.